Hello everyone, welcome to physics class, standard 7, chapter 4, which deals with light energy. In this chapter, we'll study about reflection of light and its types, laws of reflection, plane mirror, image formation by plane mirror, speed of light, primary and secondary colors. So first of all, we discuss about reflection of light. When light falls on an opaque object, some part of light gets absorbed while most of it bounces back. This bouncing back of light from the surface of an opaque object is called reflection. Opaque object here opaque means the object through which light cannot pass. Such kinds of objects are called opaque objects. When light rays falls on the opaque object, some part of light gets absorbed by the object, some part of light gets bounced back, and some part of light gets transmitted. The bouncing back of light from the surface of an opaque object when the light rays falls on the opaque object. The phenomenon of bouncing back of light from the opaque object is called reflection of light. We see ourselves in a mirror. If we stand in front of a mirror, we saw our image, we saw our picture on the mirror. It happens the image that phenomenon happens due to the reflection of light. We can see the images of nearby mountains and trees in a lake. If we stand in front of a lake and we see our picture, we see our image on this on the surface of the water of the lake. This happens due to the reflection of light. So this is due to let us understand few terms related to the reflection of light with the help of ray diagram. A ray diagram depicts how light travels. A ray diagram shows the path of light through which it travels, and it happens when it falls on a surface. And what happens when it falls on a surface? In a ray diagram, light is represented as a straight line with an arrow pointing towards the direction. You see, this is a straight line, and an arrow mark is there on the straight line. It shows a ray of light. It shows the path of light along which it travels. This straight line is termed as ray of light. A straight line with an arrowhead is called a ray of light. Or in geometry also we call it ray, and here in optics in the chapter of light we call it ray of light. So the ray of light which falls on an opaque object is called the incident ray. So now let us consider an object. Let this object, this is a mirror, plane mirror. Let us consider that this is a plane mirror. Now a ray of light falls on the mirror at point Q. So this ray of light, the light ray PQ, is called the incident ray. The light ray which falls on the or which strikes the mirror surface is called incident ray. In figure, PQ is the incident ray. The point at which the incident ray strikes the mirror surface is called point of incidence. In the figure, the incident ray PQ strikes the mirror surface at point Q. So point Q is the incident ray. So point Q is the point of incidence. So point Q is the point of incidence. The ray of light which gets reflected from the mirror surface is called reflected ray. Here you see the ray QR leaves the mirror surface. So it is called reflected ray. Now the perpendicular line which is drawn to the mirror surface at the point of incidence is called normal to the mirror, and the figure MQ is normal to the mirror. The angle formed between the incident ray and the normal is called the angle of incidence. Here in figure, the angle formed by incident ray PQ and the normal MQ, that is angle PQM, is the angle of incidence, and angle of incidence is denoted by small I. The angle formed between the reflected ray and perpendicular or normal drawn to the mirror surface is called the reflected ray. In the figure, MQ is the normal and QR is the reflected ray. So the angle formed by these two lines, that is angle MQR, is called the reflected ray, and it is denoted by small r. Now, types of reflection. Reflection can be of two types. There are two types of reflection based on the nature of the reflecting surface. One is regular reflection and irregular reflection. Now we discuss about regular reflection. When mutually parallel incident rays fall on a highly polished and smooth surface, then all these rays get reflected along a definite direction and remain parallel to each other. This phenomenon is called regular reflection. You see, this is a group of mutually parallel line which strikes on the mirror surface. After reflection, this ray moves along a definite direction and remain parallel to each other. So it shows the regular reflection. This phenomenon is called regular reflection. We can see our image in the object with highly polished or smooth surface because of regular reflection. The light reflected from a mirror, calm water means still water, the water which is not moving, and shiny surface, such as polished surface, are some examples of regular reflection. Means the light reflected from mirror, calm water means still water, rest water, shiny surface or polished surface. These are the examples of regular reflection. You see, it is the mirror, and in front of a mirror an object is placed and the object is seen on the mirror. So it is regular reflection. Now irregular reflection. When mutually parallel incident rays fall on a rough surface, you see it is a rough surface, and mutually the blue color lines show the mutually parallel incident rays of light which fall on the rough surface, and all these rays of light get reflected in different direction. The light rays in red color shows the reflected rays moving in different directions. This phenomenon is called irregular reflection. We cannot see our image in the object with a rough surface because of irregular surfaces. Irregular reflection does not give rise to image formation. On a regular reflection helps in image formation. The light reflected from a wall, rough surface such as a rod, moving water are some examples of irregular reflection. Now we discuss about laws of reflection. When a light rays gets reflected, it follows certain laws. These laws are called laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. So first law of reflection, the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. Previously you studied that angle of incidence is denoted by I and angle of reflection is denoted by R. So angle I is equal to angle R. This is the first law of reflection. In case of irregular surface, each individual incident rays meet the surface in different orientations, or we may say angle of incidence varies. Thus, normal for each ray is different. Each ray follows the laws of reflection. Whether it is regular reflection or irregular reflection of light, all sorts of reflection of light follows the laws of reflection. Second law of reflection. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the reflecting surface are the point of incidence. All lie in the same plane. A plane can be any flat surface. For example, white sheet can act as a plane. Here, the page of your book is also an example of plane. So this is all about reflection of light and laws of reflection. I hope you understand the concept. I tried my best to make you understand this chapter better, and you watch my video and understand it properly, so that you can be able to write the answers given in the exercise. So thank you for watching my video.